Hello and welcome to episode 106 of Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game. The least watched show on the internet. At least as I can't be the most watched show on the internet, I can be the least watched show on the internet. I don't have any data to back that Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game is the least watched show on the internet. I assume it is. Why wouldn't it be? I make it, and I don't even want to watch it. On today's episode I am going to work on solving a ksudoku puzzle. I am so exciting in my game selection. I know. So what am I going to talk about today? It's hard to believe that I have found enough to talk about for 106 episodes. I can't believe it myself. About a week ago Pharaoh 8 came out. And I just have to have it on my computer. I don't use Pharaoh launches. So I downloaded the VM. I could not figure out how to start Pharaoh. I thought maybe Pharaoh 8 will not work on my computer, because my computer is too old. Then I looked at the Pharaoh website, and saw that there was another file I needed to download. It was the Pharaoh 8 image. When I got that downloaded to my computer I was able to drag the image over the VM, and what do you know, Pharaoh 8 started up. I have used Pharaoh for a long time. Probably since Pharaoh came out. Yet I have not made a program with it. This is the year that is going to change. I am going to make a program with Pharaoh. As I have said before, I want to make a ksudoku game. I have no idea how to use Pharaoh to get that done. But I can learn. I also want to make a ksudoku solver, so I have want to make a ksudoku game, and a ksudoku solver for that game. I am reading Learn Object-Oriented Programming, and Design and TDD with Pharaoh. I started reading it last year, and never got it done. If I want to make a program I have got to make a flowchart, and start coding. At least I think that is the way making a computer program works. I have no idea, because I have not done it before. I have wanted to make a program with Smalltalk, since I found out about Smalltalk from the book Dealers of Lightning, and then found Smalltalk on the internet, and downloaded it on my computer. Squeak was the first IDE I used. Then I switched to Pharaoh. I read Squeak by example, and later Pharaoh by example. I don't know for how many years I have known about Smalltalk. If I would have started writing programs from the first day I got Squeak, I might be a good Smalltalk programmer by now. But I have yet to write a program in Squeak and Pharaoh. I have to make a program with Pharaoh. I want to make a program with Pharaoh. I am going to make a program with Pharaoh. It took me years to make anything with Blender or LMMS. But I eventually made things with those two programs. But now I make one project a week with Blender and LMMS. And I have been doing that for over 3 years. I can make a program with Pharaoh. I can't wait to make a program with Pharaoh. Maybe I need to make a show called Oatmeal Breakfast Programs with Pharaoh. I am not as interested in computers as I once was, but I still want to program. And I have not programmed yet. At least I have not made my own program, or contributed to any open source programs. And I am going to get that done this year. I am going to code, design, code until I am sick of it, and I wish I had never seen a computer, or learned how to turn a computer on. It's the same with websites. I have said I am going to make a website for years. And have I made a website? I made a terrible website on GeoCities years ago. And that is it. I think I need to know more to make a website. Well, maybe I would learn more if I sat down in front of my computer and made a website. Maybe I will learn more by doing than wishing. I can't wish my way to developing a website or a computer program. I have got to lay down the code. I can do this. Just get something made. Get something done. If I never get something done, well then I won't have made a program. I want to make a website with Seaside. I wonder if I will get any of it made. At least I am thinking about it. I need to read code and code every day. The reason I wanted to get a computer was because I wanted to become a programmer. And I have not become a programmer yet. And this year I hope I learn more about ethical hacking and machine learning. There are so many interesting things to do and learn in the world. It's hard to decide what to do first. I will talk about Faro a little. Let's see, there is a Faro image file, a sources file, a VM, and changes file. The VM is the virtual machine. And the VM is different for each operating system that Faro runs on. The sources file contains the source code of Faro. The changes file contains the changes that I make to Faro when I code. And the image file is where I do my programming. I like the name Playground. The playground is a place where I can try out code to see if it works, or I could put comments. I at least have an idea of how to write tests in Faro. I have no idea how to write or run a test in Python. I know how to write and run a test in scheme writing, and running tests is fun. I enjoyed solving the exercises in how to design programs too. So I must like programming. I just don't program. I just need to start. Maybe I could talk about Faro on every episode of Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game. Maybe if I talk about Faro I will remember more about it. Maybe if I had started programming the day I got my first computer I might be able to contribute to open source projects by now. Or I might be an ethical hacker. I like writing a test in Faro, and seeing it fail, and then writing the method that the test tests, and running the test again, and having the light turn green beside the name of the test method. Of course I have not written my Faro tests. I like using my computer to solve programs. I have not done that enough. I wanted to write a text video game in Faro, but I could never figure out how to make the text appear on screen. I must have not tried hard enough to figure it. I don't understand Morphic or Spec very well. I have always wanted to make a GUI programming, but I have never made a GUI programming. I was obsessed with making a GUI program. When I got my first computer I thought the only programs I sold make were GUI programs. I can write a program if I work hard enough. I am going to write a program. I am going to make a flowchart, and I am going to write a program from that flowchart. I am going to give it a try. I need to start out simple, go from there. I can do it. Or maybe I can't. I don't understand how to use Faro's debugger very well. It's confusing to me. I will have to learn how to use the debugger better. I like the idea of talking about Faro on every episode of Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game. If I talk about Faro more I will remember more. I have got to write a lot more, that is fine, because I enjoy writing. so I hope to make a program in Faro this year. Even though I am not as excited about computers as I used to be. I have other interests now. Maybe I like the hardware of computers more than the software now. I still want to program though. I wish I could write faster so I could get more written. I watched an episode of Ampro Engineering about the Tamiya Brat. I had never heard of the Tamiya Brat before watching that episode. It looks cool. I wonder how I knew anything when I was younger. When I was young I must have thought I knew a lot of radio control cars, because I knew about the Hornet, Hawk, Lunchbox, and RC-10. I knew nothing about radio control cars. Maybe I could make a comic strip about radio control cars. Oatmeal breakfast, and Oatmeal breakfast's radio control car. Traveling Computer City. Oatmeal breakfast would drive the radio control car all over Computer City. I want to make a comic strip. I have never been much of a comic book fan. I am more of a comic strip fan. My favorite comic strip is Dilbert. I am more of a wait and watch the television show or movie kind of superhero fan. I like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. One of my favorite television shows is Smallville. I watched season 10 over and over again. I thought it was so good. I even liked to watch the Superman TV show that starred Dean Cain. Come on brain, think of more things to write about. I don't think I have read a comic book all the way though. One of my favorite magazines is MAD magazine. Bill Gaines to me seems like one of the most interesting people. I read about him in Good Days and Mad by Dick DiBartolo. I want to read a book about Bill Gaines, but I have not yet. I like Mad magazine. I have not read that many issues of the magazine. The issue I did take a lot at had some funny parts. So maybe one day I will become an expert on the history of Mad magazine. I still need to write more to fill up the space that I need to fill up. I can't believe it. I hope I remember to talk about Faro on every episode of Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game. If I don't, no one will care besides me. Since no one watches Oatmeal Breakfast Plays a Video Game. I wish I could 3D print all my food. That would be cool. 3D printing all my own food. I probably would only 3D print sugar cookies. I am not sure if the sum of the food is cooked while it's 3D printed. I assume it's not cooked. I assume that I would have to put the food in an oven after it's 3D printed. I have right enough. Yes. It took me 14 minutes and 44 seconds to solve today's ksudoku puzzle. I hope you are happy wherever you are. I hope you have a better tomorrow than you had today. Have a great evening.